we will communicate all these data to the those who are absent. So I'm sharing my slide. Just tell me screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir,
Yes, sir, it's
visible.
visible.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah. So good afternoon, student. We have the second semester this subject embedded signal processor and architecture. So as we are entering in the second semester, you have a very best subject, but how this subject is going to be useful for you, this is our lookout. And as the name suggests, embedded signal processor architecture, it is a combination of signal processing and embedded architecture. So how the signal is there and how we are going to use these things by using the best architecture of processors, and we are going to use this structure for complex and complicated applications. So our intention is to understand what is mean by signal, what is mean by embedded, and the architecture, what uh, modification done in the signal processor architecture. So for that, from my side, I hope that in last maybe in graduation you studied digital signal processing, and you studied embedded structure also, embedded processor also. Is it fine? So I'm asking one simple two question. You studied DSP?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you know some concept related to the DSP, or shall we repeat a small discussion warm up thing of DSP and embedded processor?
So warm up would be
Okay.
required.
Yes, sir. So, like, some brush up is required. So, is that okay if you go and discuss?
Yeah. No, this is again a same thing that I hope that everyone is continue with your after graduation. You have a lot of field. You are going through the different concept, and the stream is different. But yes, we want to understand the subject. So foundation of subject is very very important. During the foundation, what happened? I hope you understand the minimum definition of embedded. It is a simple architecture which embed the most of the component which is required for the processing. Maybe you take your multiplexer, your counter, your timer, your what you say that interrupt controller hardware is there. So whatever the things which required for the normal processing of electronics, so all these unit, all these blocks, we are embedding in one single chip, and we are coming with the thing that you do the program as per your requirement, and you download this program, and this architecture is working as per your requirement. So that is a simple definition of embedded. Yes, there are a lot of definition which is available on a net. You just go through this, but the conclusion line is that a simple hardware which you need to use for the application, for specific applications. And for specific application, again we have a small application and high application. Again there is a consent of depending upon the complexity of the problem is there. So as per the recommendation, as per the application, you can choose the embedded hardware. So this is one thing. And in signal processor, again, as you know that there is a satellite communication is there, there is a lot of calculation we are doing nowadays, and we need the processor capacity day by day increase. As you know that in those who are working in data science, so in data science you are dealing with a lot of data, you are dealing with a lot of zeros and ones and lot of things. So for that you need to you have that supporting hardware and supporting processor is there. So everyone is demanding that the processor speed is fast, processing speed is fast, but it is not the one day task that they are come up with these things. So it is a history that how the people are generating these processor. So in processor, From my side, I hope that the journey of processor is start from 4-bit, 8-bit, 16-bit, now 32-bit, 64-bit. Now there is a variant which is came in the market, core 3, core 5, core 7, and lot of things coming in the market day by day. In today, at this moment we are discussing, immediately the hardware is coming in the market which is having a high speed and high data analysis capacity is there. So day by day this processor things is going to be a very emerging thing is there, and it is going to be changed in a maybe day by day, or maybe in second and second the technology is going to be changed. So yes, but the foundation is same. Foundation is pipelining, foundation is execution, foundation is fetch, decode and execution. These are the basic things which every processor done, and in every processor you know these things. There is a cycle, there is a, what you say that, the execution thing is there. So how it is going to be executed, what are the different things they adapt. So again, this is a different theory, but the foundation is same. So first we have a small discussion on the structure of this subject. What are the things we are going to execute, and after studying this whole subject, what is your what you say that, what you learn, what is the outcome of this subject. And yes, when you start the subject, so it is expected that you clear that objectives, what objective we kept in mind, and what is the outcome of this whole subject. So very first thing is that, this is the, I think you gone through the subject. This is 3 credit subject for second semester. In semester evaluation is for 15 marks, mid semester examination is for 25 marks, and end semester examination is for 60 marks, and total we have a 100 mark subject. But this 100 is divided into 15, 25 and 60 marks. So this is the single teaching scheme which we have. This is what you I'm expecting that just go through that prerequisite of this subject. So what is the prerequisite? So see that in prerequisite, fundamental of signal system and basic concept and transform you required. So to understand this subject, you need to understand what is mean by the signal, what is mean by the system, and basic concept of transform. In transform, I think all of you know that transform, we are changing the signal from one domain to the another domain. There are two domain, one is a time domain and another one is a frequency domain. Yes, the two domain, the application is different, but see that when we look the subject, this signal in one domain, the parameter and character of the subject, the signal is different. And when we see this whole signal in a frequency domain, again the signal is same, parameter is same, but the way of understanding is different in frequency domain. And as the frequency is a very important component, or what you say that, it is easy for processing, that's why people are preparing with the frequency domain. So the always we are changing this dimension of signal as per the our requirement, and again we are reverse back to the original dimension of the signal. So as you know that there is a ADC is there, analog to digital converter is there. So we are changing the any analog signal into the digital, and again this digital signal get converted into the analog. So that is the process, and that is going to be one of the best application of signal processing. So that is called as a transform of signal from one domain to another domain. So that is one thing which from my side I am going to clear you. Now second one is this course objective. Now what is the objective of this whole subject? So embedded signal processor architecture, very first objective, there are four objective of this subject. One is to impart the knowledge of theoretical aspects of signal analysis and processing. So in this subject our objective is to understand, at least someone ask you this is my signal and how I am going to process. So that is the one thing that you are able to at least then know that this is one signal and this is one processing is there. We require these types of instrument, and that is going to be one of the discussion in the whole subject. Second one is export the DSP processor architecture. What are the different processor architecture is available? Very important thing is the understanding of algorithms when you are working with the different type of processor. So algorithm is very very important, and the real world DSP application. This is very important things, which I feel that everyone is 100 time that thing that what is the use in real time application of these things. So that is one of the things which from my side I discuss here. I am using the word discussion of the subject. It is not the teaching of the subject, because yes, you are working in a real time domain, but whatever from my side I'm going to discuss and sharing that things to you people. And from that sharing, definitely I'm learning something from your side, and you are also learning these things from my side. So it is open discussion. I hope that everyone is come up with the open mind that yes sir, this is going to be a very understandable, not understandable, and if you have any another information related to this subject, definitely you share that things with me, so that we can improve our whole data which is related to this subject. So these are the course objective. Now, uh, along with these objective, how this objective is going to achieve, and after achieving these things, uh, what is the outcome of this subject? So outcome is that after completion of this complete course, you are able to understand what is mean by the DFT and the linear filters. So designing system with the linear filter using the DFT. So you are able to find out the DFT, that is discrete Fourier transform, and the filters of, I hope that you know the meaning of filters. Filter is very very important part in DSP, and this filter is I hope it is removing the unwanted signals, unwanted noise, and coming with the very exact informations to you. And the information is nothing but a very very important part of every signal. So that information extracting part is the work of filters. So this is one type of outcome which we got after completion of this subject. Develop technical ability of designing any application with FIR and IR filters. So this is my what you say that second objective, second outcome of this subject. Third is part algorithm, sorry, port algorithm on DSP processor platform, design adaptive filters and analysis of filter structures. So these are the outcome of this subject, and one by one we seen that how you are going to achieve these objective. So see that design, develop and analysis, these are the three different aspects which we expect as a student, or as we are running some problem statement from the industry. So these are the three aspect is very important every student which we feel that these things we are encouraging to you, that is designing aspect, develop aspects, and analysis is one of the things. So you do the analysis of every and each signal, so that is going to be very good for you people. So these are the very big what you say that in big canvas I am going to represent that thing. In each and every point again we are going to discuss this CO1, CO2, CO3, CO4 and CO5. So this is one side. I hope you understand the things, understand the background of the subject.
Yes, sir.
Abhay, Rashmi.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Actually, sir, I'm partially available. I am working in office some stuff, so partially
Yeah,
available.
no issue. But the recording I'm
Yeah, yeah,
providing to
that's
you
why.
people.
Yeah,
So
fine.
that is a good thing that we take the benefit of this technology. So as and when you get the time, so you just listen these things.
Yeah, sure,
Uh,
sir.
Syllabus is one of the important part. This is the syllabus: Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, signal analysis and processing, introduction to digital signal processing systems. In that, Blackfin processor is one of the processor which we are trying to understand the architecture of Blackfin processor. What is the Blackfin, how it is going to important, what is the processor is available, what processor right now people are using, and how they are going to use this processor for real time application. This is the thing. And these three unit, again you have a MSc. So I know that your MSc is on, you I think got the schedule of examination. So according to that we prepare the discussions.
So we
This,
haven't got any information.
yeah, I'm going to give that information also, no issue. I'm putting a full plan in front of you. Hmm? So
Okay, sir. Okay.
this is unit 4, unit 5, unit 6, DSP algorithm. So at one end we are going understanding the architecture, system, and another one end we are understanding the application and algorithm which is normally we are using. You got, I expect that only just listening is not important, or listening is not sufficient to understand the subject. Your role is to full involvement with full understanding. This subject is very very important for every one of us. And just we seen that, shall we develop any application, shall we come up with some type of open sources software, and shall we do the small experiment at home, because all these things is available on net, and I'm sharing that things you also. So that is one part of the discussion. Now this is complete understanding, or this is how I'm going to give the 15 marks to you people. It is in semester evaluation. This evaluation carried out throughout the semester, and end of the semester I am giving you the 15 marks. That 15 marks is going to add in your mark sheet. So that is, as you know, in first semester also. So assignment is for 5 marks, paper discussion is 5 marks, and online courses is for 5 marks. So whatever the discussion, in one to one discussion, whichever I find that you are comfortable in which domain, I'm giving an the assignments to you people, paper discussions to you people, and online, so that you parallelly learn the extra things and you get the benefit and marks of that things from my side also. So it is not the thing that you learn some technology and you are not giving the getting the marks for that. So it is going to be a problem for the university system. But in autonomous you have that flexibility, that whatever expertization you learn during the discussion, so we are going to allocate the marks for this also. So but only the thing that you justify that how you learn and how you are going to be used for the betterment of the society. So in mid examination is for 20 marks. I hope you got the calendar. So the probable date of this mid exam is 27th of July 2021. So this is one date from my side I am going to announce, and I hope that you got this date in the academic calendar also. So just keep in mind that if there is a change from my side or from department side, we definitely communicate to you. But keep in mind that your mid examination start is from 27th of July. So this is very important for you. Unit 1 2 3, the 25 mark question is based on the multiple type of question. So we are preparing that multiple type of questions. So that multiple type of question is allocated to you depending upon the 25 marks. End semester examination is for 60 marks, again as per the conditions which is available. Maybe the exam is offline and online. Right now we are not committed that this exam is online or offline. But mid exam is definitely we are taking online, but end semester exam is still, it is not decided. As per the situation we announce that things. So this is complete what you say, that semester structure in front of you. So 100 mark subject, this 100 mark is divided into 60, 25, and this 15 marks is divided into assignment, paper discussion, and online courses is available. So Now, as you know that uh, there is a warm up thing which from my side also I am giving small discussion on it so that it is easy for everyone to understand the subject. As you know that there is a small word, or there this these two words is used in what you say that in our subject, that it's signal processing, embedded signal processing architecture. So embedded and signal, and this embedded processor is there. So we are combining these two things, and how it is going to be useful for real time application, we are going to discuss that thing also. So what is mean by digital signal processing, anyone can tell me? As per whatever you understand, it is not the right and wrong thing. Here we are only a discussion, so I hope if you are listening to me, so it is expected that I need a small feedback from you. What is you understand the digital signal processing? My voice is clear?
Yes, sir.
Huh. Abhay, what is the understanding of digital signal processing from your side?
Sir, we perform some operations or algorithms, like different algorithms on digital signals
What
and
is mean by
perform various
signal?
operations. Ha.
What is mean by digital
Different
signal?
digital signal means discrete signal, types of signal. Uh,
Okay,
Yes, sir.
great, great.
Digital
You are
signal
close to
processing.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, digital signal processing is like a means on the few signals or the frequency, the things will be changing. Like how it will be. I can give the example: sonar, radar, or any voice recognition. So that will be give the signals. So suppose on the screen you can see that the if I'm talking, so the this mute button is going to give some frequency variation, so that could be considered as the signals. So the speech compression or the any mobile transmission data, so all these are considered as the signals.
Okay. So I understand you are reached to very close to the discussion, but in depth, if you understand the signal, there are two types of the signal which is available in the nature. That means single side of the signal. One is what you say that analog signal, which is a natural signal which we got, and for the processing we are going to convert that signal into the digital. So preferably the domain of the signal is, one is analog domain and another one is the digital domain. The processing of digital signal is 100% depend upon the analog signal processing. So we can't what you say that we can't accept that ki only digital signal is going to be processed. It is not the things. Parallelly we are going to think on the analog processing also. So analog processing and the digital processing is very very important aspects of any systems. When I'm calling a system, so it is a combination of analog and digital system. So someone the simple example, when I take, I want to measure the temperature. So temperature is one of the quantity which is available depending upon the heat, and that is the one signal which is the analog signal. According to the conversion of analog signal into the digital signal, I am going to display that whole temperature on one particular type of device in digital format, so that we understand exactly what is the range of temperature. It is not the saying that ki high temperature and low temperature. It is the thing that ki what is mean by high. When we say the high, so it is above 90 degrees celsius. When you say the low, it is the below 37 degrees celsius. So that is one type of threshold we got, and according to that threshold we define that range of the temperatures and these things. So this is the simple example which from my side I given to you. And along with these signals, there is another one signal which is coming along with these signal, that is called as a distortion. So noise, or we say that distortion, or unwanted signals. So when you stand in what you say that on traffic signals, and when you are talking to some people on mobile, so along with your voice there is a background noise is coming from the signals. So that is called as unwanted noise, which is not expected that you enter that noise and you do the simplification, this modulation and transmission of the signals. And it is going to be a problem for you people that this is unwanted side, we don't want these noises. So along with this signal, there is a noise signal is coming in the discussion. So there are three different types of the signal available in a nature. One is a analog signal, digital signal, and a signal which is not we want to introduce or process, but still it is coming. So that is a big challenge of filtering, and this is what you say that the digital signal processing. Everywhere we are listening the filtration of the signal, filtration of data, filtration of different components. So we don't want unwanted signal, we don't want unwanted data, we don't want unwanted things in the systems. Only we want a particular signal, and that is why, and that is the part of the digital signal processing or the filters, what you say. So filtering designing is possible in a embedded signal architecture. So when you go for the filter designing, as you know that we have other different example related to this. So definitely I think everyone understand what is mean by signal processing. I'm trying to clarify these things with some example. So we discussed that what is we have a discussion in coming point. So what is a signal, what is the signal processing, and a philosophy behind the signal processing. My screen is clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you for your nice feedback. What is the signal? So these are the things which we are going to clear, and from this definitely uh, you understand the things, small things, which from my side I am trying to clear that things to you people. So signal is a physical quantity that varies with the time and the space. Time and space. This is very important, or any other independent variable. A signal is a physical quantity that varies with the time, space, or any other independent variable, that is called as a signal. So signal is anything which is the noise, which is a very sound, which is the sound of water, which is a temperature, high temperature, low temperature. It is the signal which gives information to us. So it is the this signal. Now there are different types of the signal which is available. It is one dimensional signal, two dimensional signal, three dimensional signal. Now you have whatever the information you want to take from that signal, so that is going to be a one signal. And information very close to, these are the two terms very close to each other. So reverse temperature is, there is one diagram which is I'm showing on a screen. So if you look toward that, the temperature which is available on one axis, and another axis the day is available, and the signal which gives the day wise temperature rise of this day, at what day the temperature is, the things, that is second day the temperature is 24, again third day the temperature is 22, fourth day the temperature is 22, again the fifth day the temperature is low. So it is in between the 16 and 24 the temperature is vary. So it is the day wise temperature counts. From this signal you got the information that the variation of temperature is day wise is there. From second day to 8 days there is a variation of temperature from 16 celsius to the 24 celsius. This is one dimension signal. And in multi-dimensional signal you have some images, and from that images you need to identify which is a water, where is the this what you say that the river is there. After that some solid structure is available, this movement is there. So you can see that there is video signal is also available. And this is what you say that we are carrying a different dimension and different information from that signal. This signal is called as a multi-dimensional signal. It is close to the image processing and speech processing, sound processing. So this is another type of signal which is available. Now example of the signal, as you know that there is a sound pressure is one of the signal example. Radio and television broadcast is one of the signal information. Movies, that is the movies is one of the hot area which nowadays you people they are coming with lot of innovation. And the last one is the medical signal, that is what you say that the electrocardiogram signal, it is one of the example we had taken in the discussion. Under this category there are a lot of subcategories is available under each category. So there are various types of signal, various type of processing, various types of application which is available related to the signal. But for understanding, we learn the pressure signal is there, broadcasting signal is there, movie signals is there, electro, that is medical signal is there. So these are the different types of signal is there. Now this is very important part of the discussion, that is signal processing. So manipulating a signal to change its characteristics and extract the information, this is very very important part of the discussion, is extract the information. That is the which is close to the discussion, that is extracting the information with some manipulating of the signal to change its characteristics. Now yes, we are always important that you take the best information and the good information from any signal. So that task is going to be performed on the signal, and that is called as a signal processing. So signal processing is a simple task which is useful to extract the particular information from the signal, and whatever the process which we done on the signal processing, that is come under the signal processing cycle. Maybe it is we are finding the transform, maybe we are converting from A to D signal, that is analog to digital and digital to analog. Maybe we taken the this counter of the signal, we are what you say that counting the pulses also. So all these processes is under the signal processing. So signal processing a very big word is there. Under this we have a lot of signal processing, but to do that signal processing we need some type of the support from hardware, some type of support we required from the software, and that support we need. And this task is performed by the computer, which is very which required or which is able to do the some processing. Special purpose integrated circuit, that is ICs we required, and some type of analog electric circuit we required, which is not came under the IC category, but it is required for the processing of the circuit. So this signal processing task is done by these three types of categories, or what you say that the combination of these three, that is one computer, special purpose integrated circuit, and analog electric circuit. So this is three component, by using that you do the signal processing. Now under the signal processing application, as you know that there are a lot of applications when you that's why I told that this is very vast field. But here we are going to discuss a very foundation type of things, and along with this foundation, if you come up with some applications, so it is again great for every one of us. So you take one topic, sir, I'm interested in this topic and I'm going to learn something related to the signal, and this signal is very important for the society, or the definitely we can come up with some type of application from this signal processing. So that is good for me also, and this is good for you also. So you think this whole subject as a very R&D subject for you people, or you taken a one best project from these discussions, that how you are going to do the things. Nowadays the people are identifying the diabetic from the eye movements and eye structure depending upon the image processing. People are identifying the cancer before they coming to the, that is in body. So that is again the signal processing, and some algorithm they are coming with the things, and a lot of things is available nowadays people are playing, and always there is a analysis is required. So signal processing, consumer electronics is a big market which you have, transportation, medical, military, remote sensing, these are the different application of signal processing along with the embedded. It is not only the signal processing. So one it is not the thing that only signal processing is appear, but the combination of the processor and the signal. Now, these are the typical signal processing problems, eliminating the voice from the ECG signals. So we get these ECG signal from the heart. So as you know that there are PQRS, one signal is there which is coming from heart, and that heart signal is capturing by the electrode and it is going to be displayed on the screen. But when it taken a very small signal, which you know that key heartbeat is very low signal, when you want to take that signal, amplify it, after amplification, the challenge is that there is no change in the original parameters of the ECG signal. Then along with this, you that means there is a one distortion signal which is coming from devices, which is coming from the environment, and that signal is again mixed to these signals. But when you see the structure of this signal, there is a particular, what you say, that particular signal is there, so it is going to be high low, and particular two cycle you get one cycle. So it is nothing but we are identify the signal which is a very first version signal, and after filtering the signal you get this signal, filtered signal. So there is a PQRS, again PQRS, that is movements of walls is there. So movements of heart depending upon the movements of walls, and this is nothing but the pressure is increasing, pressure is decreasing, and depending upon that whole movements, there is a capturing of one signal is generated. From this signal you identify, or the doctor identify, your stuck working of heart is normal or what. And depending upon this, it is going to be some analysis they put in front of you. Yes sir, you have the blockage, you have a normal functioning of heart, and this is the one advantage of what you say, the DSP signal processing. Second one is the correcting the distortion. This is again one area which is normally people they are coming with. You are seen that image processing is there. So first collecting the image from satellite, and then we are going to process that signal. So my voice is clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Speed is
Yes.
okay. Shall we reduce the speed of speaking?
No, sir.
No,
Is it
sir, all
okay?
for me.
No,
Understandable?
sir. Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Thank you for your nice feedback and the nice things. I feel that my speed of speaking is so fast, but still मैं थोड़ा कम करने का कोशिश करूंगा. So this is the typical example of signal processing. So as you know that most of the people are working in the image processing. So very first image which is came from the satellite is the something it is distorted, and after processing you got these things. So a lot of people are working in image processing, a lot of project already done. Again I'm saying that basic is very important. It is nothing but the transformation of signal from one domain to another domain. This is the basic of all the technology. Now this is extracting an indirect quantity from the measured signal. So this is again one area which we don't have any signals, which is we appeared and we get that signal. We are the secondary data we have, and from that secondary data we are going to calculate some predictions. So that is one type of signal processing is there, that is indirect quantity from the measured signal. So indirect quantity of measured signals में हम क्या बता सकते हैं? It is the what you say, that determined aircraft position and velocity, measure the radar reflections from the aircraft and estimate the position and velocity. It is not the exact, but nowadays the processing is very fast. We are going to identify the exact location of the plane, exact location, speed, and everyone is talking during that full speed. So that is the magic of science, and that is the magic of processing. So this is again the three different types of signal processing problems I put in front of you. So probably you understand the area of signal processing. Probably you understand the basics, at least in what way we are learning the things. Your syllabus is very compact. Your syllabus understanding is very compact, but whatever you take the things from that whole things, So it is one type of challenge in front of us, ki how you are going to take one problem statement and how we are going to solve. So that is one thing. In undergraduation you studied the different types of transform. That transform you need to understand. That is also in first second unit I'm going to cover, so that your understanding is best for this subject. uh, Now the second part is this is the signal processing, and second part is the processors. What are the different type of processor which is available, and how this processor is supporting to the processing of signal. Here I have one simple example for understanding. uh, you know that there is a scooty is available in the market, and the the scooty, as we take one type of processor.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So
What
your actually your voice is a bit far from the mic, I guess.
Okay, now it is okay.
Yeah, it's perfect right now, sir.
Sorry. Okay. So we have one simple example for understanding the processor and hardware combination, or software and hardware combination. So when you are you have a scooty and you are taken a ride of scooty, so hardly it is the speed of 40 45, the scooty is going to be vibrate. And when you are coming with the two person, so again the speed is going to be low, and the capacity of that speed, that is hardware supporting part, is there. So the application of scooty is only for the small distance. It is not the thing that you take this scooty and go to the Delhi and long distance, maybe 1,000 kilometer away. It is the application of small type of traveling. Now you switch over your target to long distance traveling, you have a different options. If I take the bullet, so bullet is one of the heavy device, that is hardware is different, application is different. And from these two types of example, we understand the hardware support for application is very very important. Your application is for more than 1,000 kilometer, definitely you choose the one device which is very compatible to you people, and which is what you say that supporting to during this processing things. So DSP processor is a special microprocessor with optimized architecture for the fast operational needs. So try to understand these words. DSP processor are the specialized microprocessor. It is not the simple microprocessor, it is a specialized microprocessor with some type of modification in hardware and optimized structure. Optimized structure means it is going to be a very good tested, it is going to be a well checked with some type of different architectures, and then come up with some fast operational needs. So where we need this fast operation, in aeroplane application we need fast processing, in communication we need fast processing. Now lot of hardware is coming in a market with the 5G, so think that processor is growing day by day, and everyone need a fast processing, no one needs to delay that things in a single second also. So that is the magic of the processors. And whatever the processor which is used in a mobile, that is you know that there is ARM Cortex processor which is available. The speed of that processor is fast, priority is fast, they are handling the very complex thing with the easy way. And the algorithm design for these things is again proven algorithms, as you are using this, so lot of things which is backend they are preparing. So the processor is like this general processors, and with for fast operational needs. So this is the simple understandable meaning of DSP processor. Now need of DSP architecture, what is the need of these DSP architecture? So as you know that we need these architecture for this fast processing. So filtration of any signal, correlations of any signal, and fast Fourier transform of the signal. That's why we need the DSP architecture. Simple architecture is not going to support these features. That's why people are coming with the DSP architectures. So filtering is very important in every domain. Correlations is very important again, and fast Fourier transform, this is the transform which is available uh, for fast speed. FFT, I think you studied this FFT in undergraduate, but still I am going to uh, explain these things. Second is heavy data flow through the CPU. So this is one of the requirement of TSP architecture, that as there is heavy data flow, so general processor is not going to support. You need to go through the special types of hardware, that is the support we need from hardware. Real-time operations, that's why we need the DSP architecture. So these are the reasons, these are the why people are searching for the DSP architecture. So these are the reasons for the DSP architecture. Now the solution of these things is parallelism. What is mean by parallelism? So we are going to achieve the filtering, we are going to achieve the heavy data flow through the CPU, and real time operation we want to perform. So there is a one, what you say, that the word which is coming in consolidated type of things, that is called as the parallelism of the executions. So what is the parallelism? The parallelism is that, as you know, that there is a Harvard architecture, pipelining, fast dedicated hardware MAC. This is very important part of the discussion, that is MAC, that is multiplier accumulator unit. Pipelining is, I hope you are understanding the pipelining things. There are two types of Harvard architecture is available, von Neumann architecture and uh, Harvard architecture is there. So there is a difference of the hardware is there. So what is that difference? I'm trying to explain that difference. This is one system, and for every system there is one slot, that is we say that the memory slot is available, and second slot which is available, that is the address, address is there. So program memory and data memory, these are the two very important part of microprocessor. So as you know that microprocessor, so there is the, what you say, that we are sending some information and receiving some information. So that information which is carried out by the address bus, and the second one is data. So data, again data bus is there and address bus is there. So the meaning of this address bus is responsible to carry the address, and the data bus is responsible to carry the data. The data may be related to the address line, data related to the memory also. So taking the data from memory and the storing the data in the memory, this is called as a load and store operations. So the load operation and store operation, these are the two word which is normally we use in the processor and embedded ये word में हम ये use करते हैं words. So address bus, data bus, the capacity of address bus and data bus is defining the speed of that processor. It is not the thing that we are immediately increase that number of address bus. It is going to be impact. Slowly we are going to taken care of how many times of we are going to increase. It is not when we immediately increase this data bus and address bus, the flow of processing is fast, there is hitting problem and there is a busting of processor is again the one problem we are facing. So researchers these are facing nowadays, these all problem the people is sort out and they come up with the proven hardware. But as the information which we are going to study in the discussion, so that's why I'm explaining these things. So the special instruction is important. After that, replication is very very important. That is one function we are repeating that same function. On chip cache memory, which is very important, and the extended parallelism, SMID and VLSI, very large scale instruction word. So that is one type of architecture which is very important for this type of hardware. So that is going to be a parallelism words which is coming, and they are satisfying these things, and then the invention of this DSP architecture came in the existence. So why DSP architecture? So these are the reasons why DSP architecture is there. Now, to understand more in the detail of architecture, we have a standard processor, that is a simple standard processor which is consists of some program and data memory which is combined. It is data bus which is available. This is data bus, sorry, this is address bus and this is data bus. Now to do the processing of this address and memory, we are going to use this data bus, and address bus is there. This is address generator, IO devices which is we connected, and this is what you say that the heart of the discussion is ALU. To support the ALU, there is accumulator is available, so that accumulator is also available, and this is a simple block of multiplication and the
So the sorry to interrupt you. So what is the purpose of accumulator and what it will do?
accumulator carry the things which is you need to pass the data and the address. For example, suppose I am going to add the two values 5 plus 4. So what is the process behind inside the architecture? So this,
Addition and
yeah, hello.
hi, yes, sir. So 5 plus 4 means the we require the addition operation.
Yeah, we require the addition operations, but when we take these 5 from the memory, so that 5 come in accumulator and then it is going to the accumulator.
Okay, okay. So it will help to perform the operation of the ALU.
Correct. Accumulator is accumulating the thing and giving to the arithmetic and logic unit to perform the operations. The operations, the function of ALU is to perform the required operation. There is a data is required where you need to perform that operation, and that is going to be stored in the memory. And when you extract that values from the memory from the particular location, this is carried out from this accumulator, and again it is ends to the this processing, and again it generate a result also. So the result is again one of the important. All this process is done by using the different types of hardware, but supporting is the accumulator is there.
Okay, okay.
Got it?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
This is a very simple hardware beta na? This is very simple. Nowadays the accumulator is different. This is very what you say that earlier development of microprocessor. Now the accumulator is changed. Now the but the basic is same. Again and again I am telling that the foundation is very very important. Once you understand the foundation, though you are able to understand any hardware which is available in the world. You know, instead of accumulator, they do the one thing, they separate it out in next version. What they separate out the memory and data, because the traffic is going to be very high. They increase the what you say that number of address bus, they increase the number of data bus, and then speed is going to be a fast. Rashmi, नेविल सुनाई दे रहा है, समझ रहा है?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you understand the basics ना. So देखो बेसिक, मोबाइल हमारा जब आया तो वहां पे कीबोर्ड था, पहले आ गया था पेजर, ओनली मैसेज इज गोइंग टू एंड देन कम अप विद सम वॉइस कम्युनिकेशन, then they come up and now other, that means hardware is very basic. They are only adding the extra things to you people, and then it comes to that level of hardware. So accumulator is same, the function is same, ALU is same, but the for this ALU again they add the two different ALU 1 and ALU 2, है ना. हम अभी बोलते हैं 7 कोर, है ना, कोर में है ना 7 कोर तो 5 कोर, तो कोर यानी क्या है वो, यू अंडरस्टैंड द मीनिंग ऑफ, मेरे पास एक लैपटॉप है तो कोर 7 में अवेलेबल है, सो व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस? एनीवन इज एबल टू टेल मी दैट मीनिंग?
Yes, sir. So the processor which we are using for the particular laptop, so that much the speed they are giving, like the 5 cores will be the some more or less the processor using, and the 7 core is the much faster. So
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kind.
everyone understand, but what is inside that processor, है ना? Yes, it is correct answer that कि 7 कोर 7 में आपको स्पीड मिलेगी 100%, देयर इज नो इशू, बट व्हाट इज इनसाइड दैट हार्डवेयर दे मॉडिफाइड? नेविल, अभय?
No
Hmm.
idea.
Now
Might be the-
yeah, Rashmi, Neville
I
and Abhay, yes, no issue. But I'm giving the task to you people that at least you search for this type of questions on net. Okay, so everyone is
Sure,
carrying
sir.
with seven sure seven core. So from my side I'm clearing that things to you people. Seven core means there are the different seven co-processor is available to help the processors. That means one processor they are handling the calculation, one processor handling the image processing, one processor handling the graphics. In earlier version all these task is performed by the single processor, but when you go for the higher processor the task is going to be divide. It is divide, that means the speed is fast and handling capacity is heavy. That's why the people are coming with the different types of the version. So 7 core 5 core means it is nothing but the we are adding the extra processor which is suitable for handling the complicated what you say that the data handling things. So when you have the crores of data in your laptop and you has to do that things, so laptop is not possible to process that data. You need the server hardware, you need the more complicated and handling that capacity hardware is required. And that's why the some machines which is very, we say that supercomputer, we say that the supercomputer is designed. So supercomputer is nothing but the handling the lot of data in a single slot. That is going to be a one thing, and the processing is again same, that is fetch decode and execute, but that is going to be a what you say that processor wise वो अलग अलग टास्क दिया है. So I am giving one assignment, a simple assignment, and as a fun type of activity, just you come up with that what is exactly to do with the 7 core 5 core and what they put from their side as the technical views. Okay, so this is one task from my side to you people. So this is a simple hardware you understand. Now what modification done in the DSP hardware? So that is the one important. इसका problem क्या है? It is one Newman architecture, independency between the operations and limitations of increase the speed. It is the problem of these architectures. Yes, another again a lot of limitation is there, but we are not going to discuss that limitation. But broadly the speed is not going to increase due to the length of this hardware. A simple example from my side I'm giving: when you are traveling before 10 year or maybe before 15 year from Pune to Mumbai, so you take what you say that the time is 3 hours, more than 3 hours. Now what is the time to reach the Mumbai, Neville?
2 hours.
Yeah, it's 2 hours max, two and half.
What
Like,
modification done in the hardware, people? What modification done in the hardware?
speed
No, no,
Express
no.
highways, roads.
and the yes, express highway and
Yeah, yeah. That
oh,
means, see, you are last year, before 10 year, you are using the same vehicle, you are using the same speed, and you are traveling from the same way, but still you have that means more time. Now the hardware is going to modify. That means what? The road is going to modify. The length of road is the high. That's why the speed is fast. That means the support from hardware and support from your instrument is very important, and that's why you need to achieve the speed. So hardware is very important to achieve, and hardware support to perform the application is very very important. So what type of modification done in the for signal processing? So see that address generator, the address generator का काम ही है address generate करना. Accumulator is the on simple place, उसका काम है जो भी data which is coming from the either from data memory, either from the program memory, take it data and given to the ALU, perform the operation. Now IO devices, when the data is coming from any IO devices, so it is maybe for the storing purpose, maybe from calculation purpose, maybe from real time data is coming from that though, so it is going to take that data and store it, or either you can manipulate that data immediately. So that is the function of this block is same, but what the modification is done, they separate the data memory. See, a Y data memory, X data memory, program memory. So program memory is a different memory. In previous example, if you see, the program and data memory is combined. ये समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
जी sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is the modification we done, and that means researcher done, and that's why the speed of this whole processing is high. They come up with the extra address buses, they come up with the p bus, and this due to address and data bus speed of processor is fast. That means हमने लेन बढ़ाया यहाँ पे, Neville, Abhay and Rashmi, we are increasing the level, this increase the highways, that's why speed is fast. The function of the instrument is same. So the understanding part of is separate किया है हमने, lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, so it is easy to carry that data from as per the requirement, and the speed is going to be fast. So that is the hardware, and that's why the embedded hardware is very important. Along with the algorithm, it is very important. So multiple bus architecture, separate data memory and coefficient in this input and output is there. So I think you understand some concept related to the processors.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
So time is, I think, 11:50. You have a lecture also and 12 o'clock. So shall we end our discussion with the conclusion that at least you understand the flow of subject?
Yes sir.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Uh, Rashmi, if you have any discussion, so just go through that recording. If possible, I am sharing the recording, the quality, how the recording is happened, and then I am sharing to you people. Yes.
Okay sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, beta. Okay. So shall we conclude?
Sure sir.
Sure.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Thank you for
Thank you,
your
sir.
nice discussion. Okay.